to my life on paper. I am Brianna. I continue to play along with Christy's beautiful life in her 30 days of sketches. Today's sketch I'm super excited about. It's totally my jam. It is by Shawn Stiles Lahr. And I know I say this every time, but I love 2-page layouts. But I like to repeat it in case you are new here. I enjoy the ones where you can do one picture on a page, but on certain events, this is very helpful when I'm taking lots of pictures. There's not a lot of room for embellishment, if you ask me. I've already gotten my pictures trimmed down. So my sister called me up and said, do you want to go to Six Flags? And we all got a season pass because it was cheap at the end of the season. And she brought her 2 boys. And then my daughter, Meredith, ended up being able to connect with a friend that lives out of state. So that was fun too. I get a kick out of one of my big pictures that I couldn't trim down was of our dessert. It was like a funnel cake with, oh my gosh, I am all about apple. So this was an apple funnel cake. It was to die for. What I'm going to use is the Scrapbook Generation. They've put out some of their own paper lines, and this is Color Splash. Oh, this is not Color Splash. I have some branding strips just in case, but this is Color Splash, and I already picked out, this is paper number 2. There is room for some striped papers. So I will use little strips of that to line like the tops and the bottoms. And then this couple fun pieces over here, there's a bunch of stars. So those will be embellishments. There's some tags in case I need it. And then also the hearts that I can use as well. And all these bright, fun colors. I've shown this before, actually, the last layout I did about this, the amusement park. I also use the same line of papers. It is glossy. That doesn't bother me, but just to be aware in case that's something that you don't care for. So I've got a good start here already. Let's get on with this. What I'm going to do is speed you up and then let you know what I'm doing. This 2-page spread really makes me happy. I think it's just all the bright colors and it just comes together. I like this collection. So first I just take that strip of striped paper and make I believe 1/4 cuts to trim it up. There is some washi, which I don't use because it's just not the right shade. So next I'm going to glue those pieces down, and I use my wet glue because it's my Tombow mono adhesive, because it's hard to get ATG on there. And then I can wiggle it around a little bit to get it exactly in the right place. And you will see I do have to wiggle them around to get them in the right place. These were fun pictures to take too. I like roller coasters. I've always liked roller coasters. The older I get, the more I don't like big drops, and it makes me sick to my stomach. So I did a lot of picture taking while people were on a lot of rides. But the one picture in the actually that's gonna get moved around right now, the one of me and Meredith, that's my hands there, we were in front of the demon because that was the one of the ones that I like. So just moving things around to make where that makes sense. I put the one where you see the building on the bottom because I could overlap some of the picture on top of it, and you don't lose any of the picture. I didn't want to overlap where you could see the demon ride because that was important to the story. So then I take this other piece of pattern paper to mat the photo that is the dessert that goes on the right hand side, just to give some more color and excitement, really. You can see it's blue on the other side, but I'm having fun with all this color. So that just slips right behind there, and I believe it's 5x7. I use some sticker strips for the greens that I put as borders on both sides of the layout. And then I go ahead and cut out some tags for some embellishments. I also cut out some hearts, and I kind of skip ahead because it's just boring to watch me cut things out. So but I wanted to spread all the colors all the way around. So I want to make sure not to get too much purple in one or not enough purple in one. So it's all the colors are represented by each of the clusters, and there's 3 groupings that end up on these both two pages. So here I am just cutting out some more hearts. And those are emojis. I'm on the yellow one, which was really cute. So I had to have that one. And there I've cut the hearts out. I did cut an orange circle to go behind that circle photo, and it's a little bit too big. Here I am just making sure I'm getting those pictures laid down wonky and then gluing them down. But that orange circle is too big, so I offset it. It's not a perfect frame, but I like the way that turns out too. So I like to put down my pictures exactly where I want them and then hold them as I sneak the ATG underneath it to get the exact right placement. And here I just glue down the photo mat for that yummy dessert. And I'm just going to town with my ATG there, getting them straight. There is the journaling spot. Again, I'm just trying to get all the colors around. So I have a spot on the left with the hearts. That's yellow. So I used yellow to make a journaling spot on the right. And then I have those 2 stickers that are both that lime green that are from different collections that are just left over. And I get down these pictures as straight as possible by eyeballing them. And I do trim that yellow piece down a little bit. I'm not sure why I had made that so tall, but I trim it down a little bit so that it looks more even with the picture there. And then it's just a matter of getting those hearts scattered and overlapped and in the right place and even, so that it looks good. There goes that circle that I know right away. I'm just gonna kind of offset it. It's another piece of interest. It could have been totally, right smack dab in the middle, and that would have been okay too, but I didn't want that much orange, and the picture covers it up good too, so that works. 2 more pictures to throw on there. So how many pictures? That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That just makes me happy, because I do take a lot of pictures. So, and I have at least 1 more page, actually 2 more layouts I think I have of going to the amusement park. That orange one says a perfect day, which it absolutely was. And then I also end up getting out my LE Studio Puppy Heart stickers. And those I tuck them, one of them in each of the clusters, and it just is another little pop of color and just another small heart that goes into each collection. Oh, here is some washi tape out of my stash. I don't use that nearly enough, but there was a little bit of squiggles on the sketch, so this is me representing the squiggles, and it comes out perfectly. And I think I should do this more on layouts too. It's kind of that hanging picture look where it looks like those pieces are, kind of hanging by the washi tape. I like that look, so glad to be doing it. I should do it more often. And that green just works so good with this collection. And it was just out of my stash. So rearranging hearts, making sure I get them like I want them and they look nice and not too wonky, but wonky enough. And there's those stickers I was telling you about. Those are LE Studio. So I have several different sheets of different colors of those. There's hearts and stars and like dots on there. So I just use the hearts on this one. I will remind you to look at the playlist below and see who's playing along. I am going to come back to just kind of finish up the layout and tell you what's going on. But there's over 300 videos now in that playlist. How fun is that? I will be doing a video each day this month. So we are halfway there. And I'm learning a lot from other people too, seeing what their interpretation of the sketch is. Oh, here I made the title with my Cricut, and I didn't really kind of consider how big it should be, so I kind of just winged it, and it just barely fit. So I do like this other pop of color, this orange. It fits nicely up there. And I try to spell it with 3 E's. Need for speed. But anyway, here I'm going to come back live to explain more of the layout and show you the finished product. I just wanted to come back and kind of show you the completed layout. I knew there needed something over here. So we got one more heart and then one of those LA Studio hearts, puffy hearts. I made the title without really knowing how it was going to fit there. And I see I have a dot in that A still. Oh, I didn't glue it down. I guess that works. It was a little bit more overlapped than I would have liked. Did you notice that I tried to put 3 E's in speed? That would have been disastrous because it really wouldn't have fit then. So a need for speed. I always love the bright colors more than the pastels, and it works just perfectly for an amusement park layout. Excited to use this collection again. Excited the way it turned out. Thank you so much for Shawn for the sketch, because this is great and perfect, and I'm glad to get all these pictures onto this layout. Please leave me any comments below. Let me know if you have any questions. Are you a fan of bright colors, or would you prefer to work with pastels? Let me know. Enjoy everybody that's playing along with Christy's Beautiful Day in the 30 Days of Sketches. The playlist is down below, and I will see you again tomorrow for another video. I hope I've inspired you and that it allows you to be creative today.